What if I told you that the generation we once thought was all about experiences over possessions, authenticity over materialism, is now choosing financial stability over love? It sounds almost impossible, doesn't it? Yet here we are, witnessing a profound shift in how Gen Z approaches one of humanity's most fundamental questions. What matters more, love or money? A fascinating new study from Talkwify has revealed something that might surprise you. While 59% of millennials would choose what they call a broke and magical relationship over financial security, only 54% of Gen Z feels the same way. This isn't just a statistic, it's a window into the soul of a generation that's redefining what it means to build a life in the 21st century. But let's dig deeper, because this shift isn't happening in a vacuum. Gen Z didn't wake up one morning and decide to be pragmatic about love. They've been shaped by forces that would make anyone reconsider their priorities. Picture this. You're coming of age during a global pandemic, watching your older siblings drowning in student debt, an average of $526 per month just for Gen Z, compared to $284 for all other age groups. You're witnessing millennials get crushed by housing costs that seem to defy all logic, and you're scrolling through social media where every other post reminds you of the lifestyle you can't afford. Kevin Thompson, the CEO of 9i Capital Group, puts it perfectly. Gen Z came of age during economic chaos. Many of them have only known the broke experience, so it's no surprise that financial stability ranks higher on their list. They're trying to avoid what they've seen, the struggle, stress, and survival mode. Now, before we paint Gen Z as cold or calculating, let's understand what's really happening here. This isn't about abandoning love. It's about survival instinct kicking in. Finance expert Michael Ryan explains it brilliantly. Gen Z isn't choosing money over love. They're choosing survival. Why? Because they've watched their older siblings drown in student debt while Instagram-perfect couples split over Venmo requests. Think about that for a moment. This generation has seen what happens when romance meets reality without a financial foundation. They've watched broken magical relationships crumble under the weight of rent payments, student loans, and grocery bills that cost $200 a week. When gas is $3.50 and basic necessities feel like luxuries, love alone starts to feel insufficient. But here's what's truly fascinating. This pragmatic approach to relationships isn't just about money, it's about freedom. Dr. Wendy Walsh, a relationship expert, notes that Gen Z is the building generation. They're still building their lives and acquiring stuff. Financial security is associated with freedom for Gen Z. For them, financial stability isn't about greed. It's about having the freedom to choose love without the constant stress of economic uncertainty. The numbers tell an even more compelling story. When asked about their ideal partner's salary, Gen Z sets the bar at $80,000, while millennials want $100,000 and Gen X and baby boomers expect $115,000. This isn't about wanting less. It's about being realistic about what's achievable in today's economy. And there's a gender dynamic at play, too. Women are more likely to prioritize love over money, with 58% choosing the broken magical relationship compared to just 51% of men. This suggests that even within Gen Z, there are nuanced approaches to this fundamental question. Bree Temple, the chief matchmaker at Talkwify, offers perhaps the most insightful perspective. They don't think of it as being cold, they think of it as being clever. It's a pragmatic attitude born out of a struggling economy and an actual fear of repeating the mistakes of the past. What does this mean for the future? We're likely looking at a generation that will delay partnerships until financial stability is achieved. Compatible credit scores might become the new chemistry. As Ryan predicts, financial compatibility is replacing spark as the primary filter. But here's the beautiful paradox. This isn't the death of romance. It might actually be its evolution. When Gen Z finally chooses love, it will be from a place of strength, not desperation. They're not abandoning the idea of magical relationships, they're just making sure they can afford to sustain them. As we witness this generational shift, we're seeing the emergence of what experts call smart love, relationships built on both emotional connection and practical compatibility. It's not about choosing money over love. It's about understanding that in today's world, sustainable love might actually require financial wisdom. So the next time someone calls Gen Z materialistic or unromantic, remember this: they're not choosing money over love. They're choosing to build a foundation strong enough to support them both. And maybe, just maybe, that's exactly what love needs to survive in the modern world. Romance isn't dead, it's just got better financial planning. And maybe, just maybe, that's exactly what love needs to survive in the modern world.